Today, someone asked me, "How was your weekend?" I said, "Good." And then we both just stood there in silence. The strange thing is, I actually had plenty to talk about, but I didn't say any of it.
What happened next? Did the other person ask you another question?
No. They smiled, said, "That's nice," and walked away. Later, I realized I could have mentioned the movie I watched, the cafe I visited, or even asked about their weekend.
That happens to many English learners. Your answer may be correct, but when you only say yes, no, okay, or fine, the other person may not know how to continue the conversation.
So sometimes the conversation ends because my English is too short, not because my English is wrong.
Exactly. And today, we're going to fix that with one very simple habit. Welcome to Say It Right. I'm Kate.
And I'm Jordan. Today, I'm learning how to stop making every conversation end after one word.
This lesson is perfect for you because your favorite answers are yes, no, okay, fine.
They are safe, useful, and grammatically correct.
They are correct. The problem is not the word. The problem is stopping too soon.
So my English may be correct, but the other person still has nothing to respond to.
Exactly. You do not need a long speech or difficult vocabulary. You usually need only one more sentence.
One sentence about what?
Add one reason, one detail, one example, or one feeling. And when it feels natural, ask something back.
So the rule is, answer, add one detail, and sometimes ask a question.
That is the whole idea. Let's test it with the easiest word first. Do you like coffee?
My old answer would be yes, and then I would stop speaking.
Now add one small detail.
Yes, I usually drink coffee in the morning because it helps me wake up.
Much better. Now I can ask what kind you like, whether you make it at home, or how many cups you drink.
My extra sentence gives you a place to continue.
Exactly. A good conversation answer opens one small door.
Just one door, not the whole building.
Correct. One useful detail is enough. Do you enjoy cooking?
Yes, I cook most evenings, although my meals are usually quite simple.
Good. You added a habit and one honest detail, and neither sentence was difficult.
I think many learners use one-word answers because we are afraid of making mistakes.
That is very common. One word feels safe because there's less grammar to manage.
In my head, speaking more means making more mistakes.
But we are not asking for a long answer. One extra sentence is small enough to feel manageable and useful enough to improve the conversation. Now let's look at no, because a very short no can sometimes sound colder than you intend.
Even when I am only answering honestly?
Yes. Imagine a friend asks, "Are you free tonight?" And you only say no. Your friend may think you are not interested.
I could say, "Not tonight, unfortunately. I have some work to finish, but I'm free tomorrow."
Exactly. You answered honestly, gave a reason, and offered another possibility. Do you like horror films?
Not really. I get scared easily, so I normally choose comedies instead.
That sounds friendly and natural. You did not need to apologize or invent a long explanation.
What about an invitation I cannot accept?
You can say, "I can't make it this time, but thank you for inviting me." That closes the invitation politely without closing the relationship.
That feels much warmer than giving someone a quick no.
Now we need to discuss your hardest working word.
You mean okay, don't you?
I do. You use it when you agree, when you understand, when you are confused, and sometimes when you want the conversation to disappear.
It is doing 4 jobs and receiving 1 salary.
Then let's give it some help. When you agree with a plan, say, "That works for me," or "Sounds good."
We can meet outside the station at 6. That works for me, and I'll arrive a few minutes early.
When someone gives you information, say, "Thanks for letting me know," or "I understand. I'll remember that.
The meeting has moved to Friday. Thanks for letting me know. I'll update my calendar.
And when someone asks you to do something, you can say, "Sure, I'll take care of it this afternoon."
Those answers are clearer because they show what I actually mean.
Exactly. Okay is not wrong. It is simply too general for every situation.
What about fine and good when someone asks how I am?
They are useful answers, but your voice and your extra detail matter. A flat "fine" can sound as if you want the conversation to end.
My day was fine, and that is all the information available.
That sounded as if your day had been investigated by the police.
Let me try again. My day was pretty good. I finished an important task this morning, so I feel less stressed now.
Much warmer. You shared one real detail without giving away your entire personal life.
And when the day is not good, I can still answer honestly.
Of course, you could say, "I'm a little tired today, but I'll be all right." Natural English does not require you to pretend everything is perfect.
Can we practice everything in a real conversation?
Let's imagine it is your first week at a new job, and a coworker joins you during lunch.
That is exactly when my vocabulary becomes very small.
Remember the habit. Answer first, add one useful detail, and ask something back only when it feels natural. "Hi, Jordan. How are you finding your first week?"
Pretty good. Everyone has been helpful, and I'm slowly learning how everything works.
Did you find the office easily this morning?
Yes, the train comes directly here, so the journey was easier than I expected.
Have you tried the cafe downstairs?
Not yet, but I noticed it when I arrived. Is the coffee there any good?
It is quite good, although it gets busy around lunchtime. Do you usually bring food from home?
Sometimes. Today I bought a sandwich because I did not have time to prepare anything.
That sounded like a normal conversation, and none of your answers were long or complicated.
You also kept finding new questions because my answers gave you small details.
Exactly. Conversation is like passing a ball. If you give only one word, the ball may drop. If you add one detail, you pass it back gently.
What should I do when I genuinely have no detail to add?
Ask a simple related question. Curiosity can keep the conversation moving even when you do not have a personal story. Have you seen the new supermarket near the station?
No, I haven't. When did it open?
Perfect. You answered and then showed interest.
But I should not ask a question after every answer, because that could sound like an interview.
Exactly. Sometimes a detail is enough. Sometimes a question helps. The goal is to respond naturally, not to follow a machine-like formula.
I think I am ready for a quick challenge.
3 questions, no one-word answers, and no 5-minute speeches.
I will try to stay somewhere in the middle.
Are you busy this weekend?
A little. I have some work on Saturday, but Sunday is completely free.
Do you like exercising in the morning?
Not really. I feel more energetic in the evening, so I prefer going after work.
How has your day been?
Pretty good. I completed an important task this morning, and now I can finally relax a little.
Excellent. Every answer was short, clear, and easy to continue.
And I used ordinary English that I already knew.
Better conversation does not always require more vocabulary. Sometimes it only requires one more sentence.
Are one-word answers ever completely normal?
Of course. If someone asks, "Is this your bag?" a simple yes may be enough. If they ask, "Tea or coffee?" you can simply choose one.
So we are not banning short answers from the English language.
Not at all. We are learning to notice when the other person is inviting a conversation.
When the question invites conversation, I can answer and add one reason, detail, example, or feeling.
Exactly. And when it feels useful, you can ask something related in return.
Instead of saying only yes, I can say, "Yes, I usually do that on weekends."
Instead of saying only no, you can say, "Not today, but tomorrow may work better."
Instead of using okay for everything, I can choose That works for me. Thanks for letting me know. Or, I'll take care of it.
And instead of giving a flat answer about your day, you can add one honest detail that helps the other person understand you.
One more sentence. That is the habit.
One small sentence can turn a closed answer into the beginning of a real conversation.
Kate, sometimes I want to add another sentence, but I still do not know how to begin it.
Then remember 3 small words: because, but, and actually.
3 words can help me build a longer answer.
Yes, use, because when you want to give a reason, do you enjoy working from home?
Yes, because I can concentrate better when the house is quiet.
Good. Your reason immediately makes the answer more interesting.
Use but when you want to show a different side. Did you enjoy the film?
Yes, but the beginning was a little slow.
Perfect. Now your answer sounds more honest than a simple yes.
And use actually when you want to add an unexpected or more specific detail. How was your weekend?
Pretty good, actually. I planned to stay home, but a friend invited me to a concert.
Excellent. You began with a simple answer and then added something worth talking about.
So because gives a reason but adds contrast and actually introduces a useful detail.
Exactly. When you do not know how to continue, one of those 3 words can help your next sentence begin.
That is much easier than waiting for a perfect and extremely impressive answer to appear.
Natural conversation does not need an impressive answer. It only needs a little more information.
In the comments, answer this question without using only one word. How was your day today?
Add one small detail such as, my day was good. I finished work early and had time to relax.
Keep practicing. We will see you in the next conversation.